Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the Carl Yastrzemski Career Replay 1961 season. And the Red Sox have their hands full today as they face the New York Yankees. And I believe it's a 4-game series coming up. And they had a 2-game series a little earlier at Yankee Stadium, in which pretty much the Yankees had their way with the Red Sox. So hopefully this series will go better. The Red Sox come in with a record of 16-21. This is game 38 of the Carl Yastrzemski's Career Replay. Unfortunately, Carl Yastrzemski is not in the lineup today, but I'm sure he'll see his way into it, possibly as a pinch hitter or defensive replacement somehow. Unless the game's a blowout, then probably won't either way. But hopefully, we'll have a nice tight game here, and the Red Sox will come away with a victory. They won this game in actual life by a score of 2-1, and it's going to be Whitey Frod, I believe, pitched in the last series and beat the Red Sox rather handily. Pitched really well. He'll be going up against Ike Delock, who's having a good season for the Red Sox. So Ike Delock on the hill comes in with a record of 5-0, 6-9 on the actual season, so faring much better in the replay. Is in fact the most consistent Red Sox pitcher so far. The ERA at 3.04, 47 in the third innings pitch, 50 hits allowed, 14 walks, and 20 strikeouts. So he'll be facing a Yankee lineup, which is as follows. Tony Kubek, the shortstop, will lead it off. Clete Boyer is the third baseman, hitting second. Batting third is Roger Maris, a longtime Yankee. And batting cleanup is the veteran Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth is left fielder Bob Serve. Bill Skowron, the first baseman, will hit sixth. Elston Howard is behind the plate, hitting seventh. The second baseman Bobby Richardson will bat eighth, and Whitey Frod on the hill will bat ninth. So the Red Sox defense behind Delock is going to be Hardy, Geiger, and Jensen. Hardy getting a start for Yastrzemski in left, and Hardy with average range but horrible error rating in left. Geiger and Jensen much better, with Jensen being above average range, and both having a very low error rating with slightly above average arms. Hardy in left has an average arm. In the infield, it's going to be Malzone, Budden, Schilling, and Wirtz, all average except for Schilling, who's slightly above average. Schilling the most short-handed at second, with Budden and Malzone being the most error-prone at short and third, respectively. So Pagliarone is behind the plate, above average range, but horrible error rating, and slightly below average arm behind the plate. Delock also with a horrible error rating, but average range. So that's your defense behind Delock. So Tony Kubek will lead it off. Kubek, 276 hitter for the season with 8 homers, 46 runs batted in. He'll step into the box. Delock kicks in for the sign from Pagliarone. Nods his head, kicks and delivers. 2-4, and that is going to be possible error on a ground ball, if there's a ground ball. And that's going to be a single to center. So no error on that. So Kubek leads it off with a single. Next up, Clete Boyer, third baseman. He comes in hitting 375 against the Red Sox in those 2 games, 3 for 8 so far. 224 for the whole season with 11 homers, 55 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch for Delock, now working out of the stretch. It's going to be a Fenway Park range check. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Geiger's there and makes the catch as Kubek heads back to first. So 1 out and a run on first for Roger Maris. Again, this is the year Roger Maris hit 61 home runs. And Mickey Mantle, I believe, 57. So far against the Red Sox in two games, he's hit 2 home runs. So perhaps later on, after we're done with the Red Sox replay, we may finish the Yankee replay and see how we can do with Roger Maris and see if he can get to 61. Minus the Red Sox games, of course, because we'll be playing all of those. But anyway, Maris hit 269 on the season with that 61 homers and 142 runs batted in. By far his best season of his career. So Delock looks in for the sign from Pagliarone. Looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. And it's going to be a range play. And Hardy will not be able to get that. That'll drop in front of him. Kubek holds at second as the throw comes in the third. So runners on first and second with one down for Mickey Mantle. Mantle 317 on the season. 54 homers. That's okay. 317 though. So a much better average than Mantle, but 54 homers and 128 runs batted in. He would miss a few games down the stretch, so Mantle comes up. Delock looks in for the sign from Pagliarone, kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a base hit for Mantle. That will send in the runner. Kubek from third. Maris will advance to third, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead on the RBI single by Mickey Mantle. So Bob serve up now. 234 for the on the season with 8 homers, 26 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Delock. Runners on first and third now with one down. Red Sox playing back for 2. And that's going to be a ball. So now 2-2 count. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Can they turn 2? And yes, he will try to score. And we're going to try for the double play. And it's going to be Schilling over to Budden. Back to Wirtz. And they turn 2 to end the inning. The Yankees get on the board on the RBI single by Mickey Mantle and lead it 1-0. So Whitey Frod on the hill. Whitey Frod pitched that complete game against the Red Sox, only allowing 3 hits, striking out 6. On the actual season, I believe he was the Cy Young Award winner, going 25-4 with a 3.21 earned run average, 283 innings pitched, 242 hits allowed, 89 walks, and 209 strikeouts. So an excellent season for Whitey. The Red Sox lineup is as follows. Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, will lead it off, followed by the center fielder Gary Geiger. Left fielder Carol Hardy will bat third. Jackie Jensen bats cleanup and plays right. Third baseman Frank Malzone will hit fifth. Behind the plate, Jim Pagliarone bats sixth. Vic Wirtz, the first baseman, hits seventh. Don Budden, the shortstop, eighth. And Ike Delock on the hill bats ninth. So the defense behind Ford is going to be Serve, Mantle, and Maris. Serve and Maris below average range. Mantle and center, excellent range and a very low error rating. Maris with the best arm in right. Mantle slightly, well, I want to say worse, but slightly above average arm in center, and Serve with slightly below average in left. Boyer, Kubek, Richardson, and Skowron in the infield. Left side of the infield very strong with Boyer and Kubek, excellent range. Richardson and Skowron below average range. Kubek the most error prone at short, and Skowron and Boyer the most short-handed with an error rating of 6. Behind the plate, Elston Howard, excellent range, above average arm, but a slightly high error rating. And Ford on the hill, above average range and an average error rating. So Schilling to lead it off. Schilling comes in hitting .257 on the season with a homer and 9 runs batted in. Ford will kick and deliver. And that's going to be a rare play. Inside pitch probably hits the bat on the elbow, resolved like a hit by batter, and if the batter is hit, check for an injury. Otherwise, ball repitch. Chuck Schilling is not hit by the pitch, so repitch. So he takes the ball. So Ford looks in for the sign once again. Nods his head, kicks and delivers. And that'll be ball 4. He'll draw the walk. So Schilling reaches on a leadoff walk. And Geiger comes to the plate, comes in hitting .252 with 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. And Geiger has got to try to lay one down. And it's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt as the Yankees will play him back. So 1 down and a runner in scoring position for Carl Hardy. Hardy hitting .230 with 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. And Hardy is not going to bunt now. No, we're not going to have Hardy bunt here with 1 down. So Hardy is going to hit away. And he strikes out. So 2 down now for Jackie Jensen. Jackie Jensen off to a good start this season, hitting .339 with 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. And that is going to be a Fenway Park check. And that is going to be a double. So Jensen with an RBI double scores Schilling. And the Red Sox tie the game at 1. That'll be up Frank Malzone, also off to a good start this season, hitting .337 with 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. Ford looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. And then it's going to be a base hit off the lefty, and Jensen will come around the score. So the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead. So Malzone with an RBI single brings up Jim Pagliarone, hitting .309 so far with 5 homers, 18 runs batted in. So he's also off to a good start. Ooh, and a possible home run here, 2-2. And that's going to be out of the range of Whitey Frod, just not let up many home runs. Only a 10% chance here. Had to roll a 1 or 2 on the D20, did not do that. And if it was even if it was a question mark 1 and he would have made it, it would have been out of range on Pagliarone's roll. So 6-2, that's going to be a pop-up to third. Boyer calls for it and makes the catch to end the inning. But the Red Sox plate 2 and take a 2-1 lead after 1. So the Red Sox answer the Yankees' run with a pair of their own. So next up will be Bill Skowron, .267 hitter for the season, with 28 homers, 89 runs batted in. Here's the kick and delivery by Delock. And that's going to be another Fenway Park check. And that's going to be a base hit. So Skowron's on with a leadoff single. Bring up the catcher, Elston Howard. Had an excellent season in 61 with hit 348 with 21 homers and 77 runs batted in. So Wirtz holding on Skowron. Not much of a threat to steal. Oh, and that's going to be in the wheelhouse. However, it's going to be outside of Skowron's range. You need a 1-16. I mean, Howard's range. You need a 1-16 and got a 20. So he does not get. It's a long fly ball and it goes foul. But he does fight off the next pitch for a single. Skowron holds at second. So the first 2 runners on for the Yankees. He brings up Bobby Richardson, .261 hitter in 1961 with 3 homers, 49 runs batted in. So a chance for the Yankees to tie it up on a base hit. So here's the pitch by Delock. And that's going to be a walk. That's going to load the bases now. So Pagliarone goes out to talk to Delock. Brings up the pitcher Ford. You don't go for the squeeze here, so I'm not going to go with that. So Ford, not a bad hitter, 177, which isn't bad for a pitcher. So we're going to have him hit away with nobody out. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a range play. And that is going to be a pop-up to Malzone. He calls for it and makes the catch. So one down now. Brings up top of the order. Quebec singled and scored back in the first. Delock looks in for the sign from Quebec. Pagliarone kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a ground ball. And are we going to try for the double play? Yes. And it's going to be Button over, Schilling over to Button, back to Wirtz, and they turn 2. So the Red Sox are able to get out of a bases loaded jam with nobody out. It remains a 2-1 game. So Wirtz to lead it off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the second. Wirtz getting a start at first today. Wirtz hitting .250 on the season, 5 homers, 13 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Ford. Possible error on a ground ball if there is one, and that is going to be another base hit on the lefty-righty split there. So Wirtz will reach on a leadoff single. That'll bring up Don Button. Button hitting .299 with 14 runs batted in. Skowron holding on Wirtz. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Could it be 2? And it will be over to second for 1, back to first, and they turn 2. So the base is empty now for Delock. Delock having a good season so far at the plate, 5 for 20. Only a 104 hitter on the actual season. Here's the pitch by Ford. Oh, wrong batter. You want to hit the home run, though. 5-5, and that's going to be a fly out to serve and left to end the inning. So we'll head to the third with the Red Sox leading 2-1. Clete Boyer up now, 0 for 1 on the day. And he gets him swinging. So Delock gets his first K of the day. Brings up Roger Maris, who's singled in his first at-bat. And it's going to be another base hit for Maris. So he'll reach on a 1-out single. Mickey Mantle had an RBI single in his first at-bat. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. And slowly hits, so they'll only play for Malzone is to first. So 2 down now, with a runner in scoring position for Serve, who's 0 for 1. And it's going to be called the ball. Delock wanted that strike. So now it's 2-2. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Button up with it over to Wirtz, and that'll do it. So after 2, it's Boston 2 and New York 1. I'm sorry, after 2.5. So top of the order, Schilling, Geiger, and Hardy. If anybody gets on Jensen. So Schilling walked and scored his first time up. And takes a ball. So the count now 3-2. And he fights the next pitch off for a single. So Schilling on the second time today. And I think this time we're going to have Geiger. Bunt. This time the Yankees will notice it. So Geiger's going to be called upon the bunt. And his successful bunt. So Schilling moving the scoring position with the 1 down for Carroll Hardy. Struck out in his first at bat. And this time, no, they said he checked his swing, so the count's going to be 2-2 now. And he'll ground 1 to third. Boyer up with it. Looks the runner back to second. Fires to first. So 2 down now for Jackie Jensen. Had an RBI double in his first at bat. And this time he'll draw the walk. So it'll put runners on first and second for Malzone. Had an RBI single his first at bat. And checks his swing. So here's the next pitch. And he's going to fight one off for a base hit. Schilling will come around the score. Jensen will head his way to third, and it's 3-1. So Malzone gets his second RBI of the day. And the Red Sox have a 3-1 lead now. And Ford is going to try to pick off the runner at third. And almost an error there as Boyer holds on. Here's the next pitch. And Pagaroni, no, they said that was a ball, too low. So 3-2 count, 2-2 count now on Pagaroni. And that will be a ground ball to third. Over to Skowron to end the inning. But the Red Sox tack on another run, and after 3 full, lead at 3-1. So Skowron will lead it off for the Yankees. Skowron singled in his first at bat. And no, it's going to be a strike. Skowron not happy with the call. He thought that was ball 4. And the next pitch, he'll fly out to Hardy for out number 1. Elston Howard up now, singled in his first at bat. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Wirtz will take it himself. So 2 up and 2 down for the Yankees in the top of the 4th. Brings up Bobby Richardson, walked in his first at bat. And he's going to pop one up to short. Budden calls for it and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Yankees go in order in the 4th. So we head to the home half of the 4th. The Red Sox leading by 2. Bottom third of the order, Wirtz, Budden, and Delock up against Ford. Wirtz 1 for 1 on the day. And Wirtz is going to fly out to Maris and right for out number 1. Budden up now. And he avoids the strikeout. And he's going to fight one off, and he's going to hit one into the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall, into the triangle. And Mantle fields it, but before he can get it in, Wirtz will be at third. Budden will be at third with a stand-up triple. Ooh, Delock with a squeeze play here. What is he, a 3 bunter? All right, we'll go with the squeeze. We'll try it. So the Yankees are going to play in here, expecting Delock to bunt. And Delock misses. Oh, no. And Budden is going to be gunned down on the blotch squeeze play. That's the danger of the squeeze play there. If you strike out and you miss it. Boom. You cannot attempt to steal. Oh, thrown out. Okay. Yeah, 3-19. It says he can't accept the steal, so we'll just say he's thrown out. It's not a actual stealing rate. Well, technically it is, but we're going to call it a thrown out there. Oh, we got to hit just bunt. Okay. Force out. Okay, we'll call it a force out even though it's not a force out. Wait a second here. Something's wrong there. Oh no, that's out number 3. Okay, it is. Double play there. Alright, so we'll head to the 5th now after the botched squeeze play. And it remains 3-1 Boston. Ford up to bat now. Ford 0 for 1 on the day. And he draws the walk. So second walk by Delock. And looks like the Yankees are going to go with a hit and run here. With Quebec. Quebec 1 for 2 with a run scored. Cannot be attempted, okay. Oh, Quebec. No, it's out of his range. 1 to 4 would have been a home run. Instead, it's a long fly ball to Jensen, and he makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. As Ford heads back to first. Now they're going to go with a hit and run with Boyer. No, I guess you can't do it with the pitcher running there. And Boyer's going to fight one off for a hit. Ford will hold at second, so runners on first and second with 1 down. So the tie runs on board for Roger Maris. Perfect on the day, 2 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Geiger will make the catch. Ford bluffs, but does not go. Tags and bluffs, but does not go. So 2 down now for Mickey Mantle. He could give the Yankees the lead with 1 swing of the bat. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that is going to be a... Let's see if there's any home runs on his card. Yeah, there is H9 on there. And I'm sure there's one right here on that split there. On that split too, probably. So 5-5, that will be a ground out to third. They go the short way to second and get the runner. So that'll do it for the Yankees as they have the tying runs on board but cannot score, and it remains 3-1 as we head to the home half of the 5th. Halfway through. So top of the order, Schilling, Geiger, and Hardy up against Ford. Schilling 1 for 1 with a walk and a couple runs scored. And it'll be a ground out to third for out number 1. Geiger up now. And that's a foul ball. Geiger has reached twice today. Once on a sacrifice bunt, I believe once on a walk. And it's going to be another Fenway Park check. And it's going to be a hit back to the dribble in front of the plate. Howard fields it over to first. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the 5th. Hardy up now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And this time does not strike out as he checked his swing. So 2-2 count now. And this one he'll pop up to the first baseman Scar and he'll make the catch to end the inning. So we head to the 6th with the Red Sox holding on to a 2-run lead, 3-1. Serve to lead it off. He's 0 for 2 on the day. So Delock trying to go to 6-0 today. And Serve's going to get a base hit to lead things off here in the 6th. Scarring up now, 1 for 2 on the day. As Serve is a threat to steal, so Wirtz will hold him on. Possible error on a throw here. And that's going to be a fly ball to right, so that will not take effect. So he flies out to Jensen for out number 1. As Serve heads back to first. So Elston Howard up now, 1 for 2. And oh, that's going to be a wild pitch. That'll get the runner in scoring position. So wild pitch by Delock. So runner in scoring position with 1 down now. And that will be a base hit. That will score the run. So the wild pitch does prove costly. So there is action in the Red Sox pen. We'll be right back. And Pinky Higgins visits the mound and is going to leave Delock in there. So Richardson up now. Richardson 0 for 1 with a walk. The Yankees are going to be using the hit and run. 3-4. And that'll be a walk. Oh boy. So I'll put runners on first and second. For Ford. And Delock is going to be done here. And I think Whitey Frod is going to be lifted. Yeah, he's definitely going to be lifted here for a pinch hitter. So Ford's day is done. And I just want to see who the Yankees use for pinch relief pitchers. We'll be right back. So Tex Clevenger was used as a relief pitcher. Oh, more importantly, who was used as a... Hold on. So Blanchard and Berra were used. Yogi Berra. So Berra got an official at bat. Blanchard did not have an official at bat. He did have a plate appearance, but not an official at bat. So we're going to go with Yogi Berra on this one. So Yogi Berra is going to come in to pinch hit. And the Red Sox will go to the pen also. So not a lot of lefty-righty split differences here. Although on home runs, he's actually less apt to hit a home run versus a righty. So I think we're going to leave... Well, we're not going to leave Delock in, no. Let's see here. So Delock pitched a complete game in the actual game. I think we're going to go with... I'm going to go with Dave Hillman here. We're going to bring in Hillman. So Dave Hillman comes in. 1-0 record with a win save. 5.39 earned average. 20 and 2/3 innings pitched. 30 hits allowed. 6 walks and 9 strikeouts. He has not been good. On the actual season, though, he was 3-2 with a 2.77 earned average. So we are going to have him pitch to Berra here, hoping to induce the double play ball. So Pagliarone goes out to talk to Hillman, goes back behind the plate. Berra steps into the box. Berra, 271 hitter for the season, 22 homers and 61 runs batted in. So far against the Red Sox, he's 5 for 8 with 3 solo home runs. So he's had the Red Sox number in the first 2 games so far. So Hillman looks in for the sign from Pagliarone, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. Oh my goodness. Nope, it's not going to be a home run though, as I didn't even see that. As against left-handed batters, he's a 0, so thankfully for that. So Hillman, excellent against the lefties, and that's why Higgins brought him in. 6-3. Oh, but he is going to get a base hit though. And Howard is going to hold that third though. So Jensen gets it back in quickly. Looks like Howard misread that one, or was unable to get a good jump on it. So it's going to load the bases now with a 1 down. Berra gets a single. But Tony Kubek 1 for 3 with a run scored. Are we going to play the infield then? Ooh. That cuts down their range quite a bit. Alright, we are going to play the infield in, though. Hoping to cut the run off at home. Elston Howard is a catcher running at third, so I think we're going to try to get the run, cut off the run at home. So Kubek 1 for 3 of the runs scored comes to the plate. There's a meeting at the mound. All the infielders are there. They go back with their positions. Hillman looks in for the sign, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. Oh, does not walk. Hillman, Kubek thought he had ball 4 there. So the count now 3-2. And that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. And we're going to go for the double play, home to first. Yes, we are. And they're going to get the force at home. But the return throw is not in time. They do cut off the run at home, preserving the lead for at least for the moment, as Kubek grounds out to Wirtz at first. Good thing they were playing the infield in there. So that'll bring up Clete Boyer, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. So the Red Sox defense back with 2 outs. Hillman looks in for the sign from Pagaroni, kicks and delivers. Red Sox looking to get out of it with the lead. 4-4. Ah, and it's going to be a single off Hillman's card, and that is going to score 2. And the Yankees take a 4-3 lead off of Hillman's card. Oh, man. So runners at the corners now, as the Yankees take the lead here in the top of the 6th. Roger Maris up now 2 for 3. So Boyer is able to deliver with a single. And he strikes out Maris, though, to end the inning. But damage is done as the Yankees score 2. And they have Clevenger on their staff. I didn't actually add all the relief pitchers, so they may not have him on their staff. Hold on. But anyway, it's a different situation now, so let's see who the Yankees pick for their to bring in now. It's going to be Jim Coates coming in. And it's the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, yeah. So Jim Coates will come in. So the Yankees are able to get a job done and take the lead. Quieted the Fenway faithful. So Coates in. Coates comes in. He had a 11-5 record on the actual season, 5 saves, 3.45 earned average, 141 innings pitched, 120 hits allowed, 53 walks, and 80 strikeouts. It'll be Jensen, Malzone, and Pagaroni. Heart of the order. Jensen 1 for 1 with a double RBI double, also walked. Here's the pitch. And he avoids called a strike, so he'll go back into the box. And he'll ground out to third for out number 1. So 1 down in the Red Sox 6th, trailing by 1 now. Malzone 2 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. And he does not strike out and fights one off for a single. So Malzone on a 1-out single. Brings up Pagaroni, hitless on the day. Possible error on a throw here, 6-4. So there's no error there. Escowan's able to handle it. And he'll go to second for 1, back to first, and they turn the double play. So Pagaroni hits into a double play. And he'll do it for the Red Sox in the 6th, so we head to the 7th. As Mickey Mantle comes to the plate. So Hillman back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Mantle 1 for 3 with an RBI. And no, it's not going to be off his card. Oh, 13, and that is going to be a fly out deep to center, but stays in the park. So Geiger makes the catch for out number 1. So serve up now, 1 for 3 with a run scored. And serve is going to double into right. So he'll be on with a 1-out double. It'll bring up Skowron 1 for 3. Yankees looking to add to their lead here. And that's going to be a range check on Jensen. So he's able to make the catch. And serve will tag and bluff, but hold there. So the throw comes in the 3rd. So 2 down now for Elston Howard. And he strikes him out to end the inning. So it remains 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway. Jim Coates in there for another inning of work. Vic Wirtz, 1 for 2 comes to the plate. It'll be Wirtz, Budden, and then the pitcher's spot. So Wirtz 1 for 2 on the day. And he's going to hit this one off the wall and left. It's going to go off the wall, high up on the wall, and he'll end up at second with a leadoff double. So the tying run on for brings up Button. He's 1 for 2 with the triple. And he'll draw the walk, so we're put runners on first and second. Let's see who we have for pinch hitters here. So 2 versus second, nobody out. Could bring in Yastrzemski here to pinch hit. He has been struggling. Decisions here. Did have 583 at bats on the season, so. Alright, we're going to bring in the rookie here to pinch hit. So he'll be called upon to pinch hit. And I think let's see if New York is going to go to the bullpen to counter. Well, the Yankees only with 1 lefty, and it's their closer. Do they bring in their closer now in the bottom of the 7th? Probably not. It's just not realistic for them to do that. So Jim Coates in there. They'll keep him in there. He faced Yastrzemski, who's been struggling on the season. So runners on first and second with nobody out for the. So Coates looks in for the sign from Howard. Rookie steps in the box. Coates kicks and delivers. And Yastrzemski, oh, they thought it was strike 3. It is not. So now it's 2-2 count on Yastrzemski. 1-3, and Yastrzemski's going to fight this one off, and this one he's going to hit a double into the gap. Button's going to come around the score. Wirtz already scored, and the rookie Carl Yastrzemski comes through with an RBI double for the Red Sox to take the lead as the fans go crazy. So Higgins elects to go with the struggling Yastrzemski, and Yastrzemski is able to deliver there with a 2-run double. So it's going to bring up Schilling now, and Schilling's going to be called upon the bunt. Schilling, an excellent bunter. And that will be successful. He gets to run over the third with less than 2 out. And that is going to be it for Coates, as he'll be lifted. So it's going to be the lefty Geiger. Let's see who the computer picks here. It's going to be Bill Stafford. I'm going to come in. So Bill Stafford comes in. 14-9 record on the season with 2 saves, 2.68 earned run average, 195 innings pitched, 168 hits allowed, 55 walks, and 101 strikeouts. So he'll face Geiger with the 1 down. And they're going to go for a squeeze again. So the Yankees saw Geiger bunt last time, so they're going to bring the infield in. Ooh, I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to do this though. Not with Yastrzemski. He's only a 2-base runner there. So they're going to take off the bunt as the Yankees see that, and they elect to bring their defense back. 6-5-3, and good thing because Geiger strikes out. It could have been a strike him out, throw him out again, double play as it happened last time. So 2 down now for Carroll Hardy. Hardy's 0 for 3 of the strikeout. This is a Fenway Park check. 2-4, and that will be a fly out to serve and left. So let's see here. Can we do a double switch here? Who are the Red Sox going to bring in now, though, as we head to the 8th? Oh boy. And we've got 2 righties coming up. think Muffet is still starting, so I guess we got to bring in Stallard, as much as I don't want to. Okay, so here's where we're going to do, I'm going to attempt to do the double switch here. I got to remember how to, can't remember. I think it usually asks you, but I think if we put, so we're going to move Yastrzemski to the left. Can we do that? Let's try this here. Okay. It might error out on me, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to put the pitcher. Oh, I think this is what I need to do. I'm going to put the pitcher up here at the number 3 position. No, I don't want that. So I'm trying to put the pitcher in here. There we go. That did it. And then Yastrzemski is going to come in at lefty. I think I can do it now. There we go. So it does the double switch there. So Yastrzemski is in at left field now. Yastrzemski with a much better error rating and a better arm. So the Red Sox now with a 5-4 lead as we head to the top of the 8th. Stallard in the other pitch. Stallard struggled on the season so far. 0-2 with a 5.72 earned average, 17 and 30 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed. Has walked 13. That's been his problem. A lot of walks and 11 strikeouts. So Stallard called in to help try to help preserve the Red Sox slim 1-run lead now after the RBI 2-run double by Yastrzemski. Pinch hit double. So Stallard will face Richardson, pitcher's spot, and then Quebec. Stafford 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a run scored. And he gets Richardson for 1 down. So now the Yankees will pinch hit. For Stafford. And I think it was, hold on. Yeah, so Blanchard, I believe he came up as a pinch hitter. He didn't record an official at bat. It doesn't say he sacrificed, so I'm not sure exactly what he did. But he will come up now. He is a 305 hitter, so it kind of makes sense to have him pinch hit. So Johnny Blanchard comes up 305 for the season. 21 homers, 54 runs batted in. So Blanchard could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. So he'll face Stallard with the bases empty and 1 down. So Blanchard steps up to the plate. Stallard looks in for the sign from Pags. Here's the windup and the pitch. Oh my goodness. And Blanchard will deliver off Stallard to tie the game. So a good call by the Yankee manager. Ties the game at 5 on the Blanchard home run. So Stallard coughs up the tying run. So it's going to bring up Tony Quebec. That is going to be it for Stallard. As the Red Sox will call upon Arnold Early to come in. Lefty. So Early having a good season so far. Got no decisions with a 1.70 ERA, 2 saves, 5 and a third innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. So he'll face Quebec here with 1 out and the bases empty. After the solo home run, though, to tie the game by pinch hitter Johnny Blanchard. So Quebec 1 for 4 with a run scored. Early looks in for the sign from Pags. Here's the windup and the pitch. And no, it's going to be a strike. So 3-2 the count now. Ooh, that should have gone off there. But so that avoids the walk. So the walk, I should have done it on there. So do this again. And this is going to be a special strikeout here. So 3-6 off the batter's card here is a special strikeout. And again, I should have lost when I hit this and it wasn't a walk. It was a red walk right here. I should have hit the batter's thing too, and I hit the pitcher's thing again. So I was just redoing that. So that was a miss walk there. And he does roll the 2 though off the special K. So that is going to be a special strikeout to left-handed batters. So Early gets him for out number 2. So 2 down now. And it'll be Cleat Boyer. Do we want to have early face Boyer? Yeah, we will. So Boyer 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. And this time it is a walk. So Boyer reaches. Ooh, Roger Maris. Ah, lefty. That's okay. We want him in. So Maris 2 for 4 on the day. So the go-ahead run on. 3-1. And, oh, early thought he had a strike 3 called, but wasn't. So 2-2 the count now on Maris. And that is going to be a ground ball to second, shilling upward over to Wirtz. And that'll do it. But the Yankees score the tying run on a home run by Johnny Blanchard. So the Yankees will go to the pen. They're going to bring in Hal Reniff. So Reniff comes in. Reniff was 2-0 in 1961, 2 saves, 2.60 earned average, 45 innings pitched, 31 hits allowed, 28 walks, and 21 strikeouts. So he could be wild at times. Jackie Jensen will lead it off. It'll be Jensen, Malzone, and Pagaroni if anybody gets on Wirtz. So Jensen's 1 for 2 with an RBI double. And he'll draw the walk. So the go-ahead run is on for the Red Sox. And we have Jackie Jensen. Jackie Jensen, not a very good bunter. Doesn't strike out a lot, so I think we're going to go with a hit and run here. So I'm going to go with the hit and run. Oh, sorry, Malzone doesn't strike out a lot. Malzone's up now. I'm going to go with a hit and run. So pitch to Malzone. And he does strike out, even though he doesn't strike out that often. He does here. And he'll be thrown out. So strike him out, throw him out, double play. Ouch. Ugh. So a rare strikeout fell for Malzone. And it's 2 outs of the bases empty now for Pagaroni, hitless on the day. And no, he does not get hit by the pitch. And grounds out to short to end the inning. So Red Sox on the move to execute the hit and run. And we'll head to the top of the ninth with the score tied at 5. And do we want early facing? Let's see, what are his home run things on here? Does he have any home runs? He does have one right there. And I'm going to have him face Mantle this way. So top of the ninth, early back out there again. He'll face Mantle as 1 for 4 with an RBI. Oh, and inside pitch doesn't hit him, so it's going to be a ball. So next pitch is going to be another base hit, so no special strikeout on that. So base hit for Mantle to lead it off. So Mantle is a threat to steal. Ooh, early, not a bunter though, so strikes out quite a bit against lefties, so we're not going to have him either even hit and run. I can't see the Yankees bunting here. Anyway, let's see. Definitely not a hit and runner, so you don't want him to. But, you know, if he does, though, Mantle has a good shot at stealing the base. So I think we're going to go with a hit and run here. Serve is not not the greatest hitter, but. Alright, so we're going to have Serve go for the hit. No, actually, he didn't do the hit and run. Oh, well. So he's going to walk. So that would have been a walk anyway on the hit and run, and that would have been first and second anyway, so no harm there. So first and second, and now Skowron. Skowron definitely won't be bunting here. So they're going to have Skowron hit away. First and second, nobody out. Oh, and early. That's Early's done. So Early's day is done. And they're going to bring up the closer. Forneless has been struggling so far, but it's been better as of late. 0-2 record with 4 saves, 3.93 earned run average, 18 1/3 innings pitched, 19 hits allowed, 5 walks and 8 strikeouts. So he talks to Pags, goes back behind the plate. So Forneless looks in for the sign, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. And he strikes out Skowron. So big strikeout there. Brings up Elston Howard, 2 for 4 with a strikeout. Also has an RBI. So Red Sox going to play back, hoping to turn 2 on the catcher. So Forneless looks in for the sign from Pagaroni, kicks and delivers. Oh no. And that is going to be a double. And the Yankees will score the go-ahead run. So Forneless costs off the go-ahead double. Still only 1 down here. Brings up Bobby Richardson. And they're going to intentionally walk Richardson here. Trying to remember how to do the intentional walk here. So I think we hit a blank spot here and then we hit the walk. Yes, there it is. So they're going to walk to load the bases. So that's going to bring up the pitcher spot, and they'll pinch hit for Reniff. So go with a pinch hitter, Hector Lopez. Okay. So Hector Lopez is going to be called on the pinch hit. 222 hitter, 3 homers, 22 runs batted in. Yankees going through their best pinch hitters with Berra and the other guy. Got to hit the home run. So the Red Sox will play the infield in. So Malzone and Wirtz going to talk to Pagaroni. Decide what they're going to do. Go back to their positions. Kicks and delivers. Forneless does. 3-1. And he thought he had strike 3 there. Does not. Here's the next pitch, 3-6, and that is going to be a ground ball. Can they turn? See what they're going to do. See if they're going to go home. Let's hit the button at short. Yes. So they go home to get 1. Back to first, not in time, but they do cut off the run at home. So Lopez, reaches on the fielder's choice. Bases loaded now for Quebec. 1 for 5 with a run scored. 2 down now. Oh my goodness. And that is going to be a double into the gap. That is going to score 2 runs. And the Yankees now with a 3-run lead. As the Red Sox fans start to file out of the stadium now. So Forneless ineffective this inning. So Hickey Higgins is going to take him out. Unable to get the job done. Billy Muffet is going to come in. Here are his stats. So Quebec delivers an RBI 2-run double. Boyer up now. Boyer 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. And he'll line out the Malzone at third down inning. But damage is done as the Yankees score 3. And take an 8-5 lead heading to the bottom of the 9th. So they'll bring on their closer, Arroyo. So Luis Arroyo in now. 15-5 season, 29 saves, 2.19 earned average, 119 innings pitched, 83 hits allowed, 41 walks, and 87 strikeouts. Vic Wirtz will lead it off for the Red Sox in the 9th, down by 3. 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored. And he draws the walk. So good start for the inning. Then he'll bring up Budden. Budden 1 for 2 with a triple. Run scored. Oh, and they thought they had strike 3. They don't. So here's the next pitch. And Button is going to double. They're going to send Wirtz home. He will score. And Button will be held at third. 4 is greater than the 3, so Button holds at second. So Button comes through with an RBI double, and that's going to bring the rookie Carl Yastrzemski up to the plate. He's already delivered with a big double scoring 2-run double to put the Red Sox ahead at the time. Red Sox now down by 2, still nobody out. As Howard goes out to talk to Arroyo. Goes back behind the plate. And Yastrzemski better against lefties hitting home runs with a 12. So lefty on lefty here if he gets his pitch here. So Yastrzemski Arroyo looks in for the sign from Howard. Looks back at the runner. Kicks and delivers. And Yastrzemski is going to hit one deep to center. But this one will be caught. So 1 down now. Let's see. I think we're going to pinch run for Button here. We have one runner that's faster. Billy Harrell. We can always bring in Pinky Higgins to... Pumpsy Green to play short if needed. So Harrell comes in to run for Button. So Schilling up now. The 1 down. Schilling 1 for 2 with a walk and a couple of runs scored. And, they thought they had strike 3 on him. And again, a call the ball. Here's the next pitch. And Schilling's going to deliver with a base hit. That's going to score Harrell. And the Red Sox are down just by 1 now. Yankees with no other lefties in the pen. Well, they do have L. Downing. He's only pitched 9 innings, though, so I'm assuming they're not going to bring in him for that. So they're going to keep Arroyo in at least for one more batter. 8-7 now. They have confidence in their closer. Runner on first, and I just don't want to. I don't want to have Geiger bunt. I definitely don't want to do a hit and run here because we have not been successful in that. I'm just going to have him hit away. So Geiger up now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And he'll walk. So the winning run now on first now as Howard goes out to talk to Arroyo. And here comes the pitcher's spot. So we're definitely going to pinch hit for Muffet. Red Sox did not use any pinch hitters. And we've already used Yastrzemski there. So who do we bring in here? I think Pete Runnels is going to come in. No, he's a lefty. What does Pete Runnels' card look like? Can I check out his card? I thought I could. Maybe I can't here. Alright, I guess I can't. And we'll bring in Pete Runnels, even though it's a lefty on lefty. Who else could we bring in? Russ Nixon? Russ Nixon's a catcher, though, but I think maybe he might be better, though. Russ Nixon. Russ Nixon's also a lefty, though. That doesn't really help us. We might as well go with the guy that's got a better hitter. Pumpsy Green, 260. I'm going to go with Pete Runnels. Pete Runnels is going to come in the pinch hit. So Runnels in. Hitting an even 300 on the season. 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. So the Yankees elect to stay with Arroyo. He's not red yet, so. Still only 1 down. Lefty on lefty here. And does not strike out. Runnels also doesn't strike out that much. So that's going to be a check swing. They thought they had him there. They called the ball. So 1-2 count now. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. And Serve will make the catch for out number 2. So the Red Sox down to the last out. Jackie Jensen up now. And I think that is going to be it for Arroyo. Let's see who else they have here. They really don't have anybody else that's any good in the bullpen. Hart Ditmore's pretty bad. Bill Stafford's already been used, I think. We used him. I guess we could use Ronnie Sheldon here. Yeah, he's probably a better bet right now than Arroyo. And it's righty on righty, so we're going to bring in Sheldon. So Sheldon in there now. Sheldon, 11-5, 3.59 earned run average. 163 innings pitched, 149 hits allowed, 53 walks, and 84 strikeouts. So Sheldon in there now to face Jensen to try to get that third and final out. Red Sox got 2 runs in already after the Yankees scored 3 in the top of the ninth, now 8-7. So runners on first and second. Sheldon looks in for the sign from Howard. Looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. So it's going to be off the batter's card. 1-2, and that is going to be a ground out to first. And the Yankees will hold on and beat the Red Sox 8-7. Oh, what a heartbreaker. So, exciting game there as the Red Sox fall now 1 game behind their pace as they did actually win this game. So instead of 17-21, they're 16-22. Lots of offense in this one, so really good game. So Hal Reniff gets the win. Arnold Early takes the loss for the Red Sox, 0-1. And Sheldon gets the save. Johnny Blanchard, it's a pinch hit home run for the Yankees. No home runs for the Red Sox. So let's take a look at the pitchers staff here. A lot of pitchers to go through. Ike Delock, Whitey Frod, last 5 innings, last 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Jim Coates, 1 1/3 innings, allows 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, a walk to batter. Bill Stafford, 2/3 of an inning, striking out a batter. Hal Reniff gets the win, 1 inning pitch, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Arroyo was ineffective at the Yankee closer, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, and 2 walks. And Sheldon comes in and pitches to 1 batter and gets the save. For the Red Sox, Ike Delock, 5 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. Dave Hillman, 1 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 2 strikeouts. Tracy Stallard pitches just 1/3 of an inning, allowing a hit and a run, it was earned, and striking out a batter, allowed a home run. That to the pinch hitter Blanchard. Early gets the loss, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. I don't know, I would still think it might have been Fornellis gets the loss because he was tagged with the 8-run number 8, and the Red Sox scored 7, so I guess they figured Early was ineffective, so they gave him the loss. So Mike Fornellis, 2/3 of an innings, 2 hits allowed, 1 run, it was earned, a walk and a strikeout. And sometimes the baseball rules don't always make logical sense. Billy Muffet, 1/3 of an inning. So for the Yankees, Tony Kubek, 2 for 6 with a run scored, 2 runs batted, and also doubled. Clete Boyer, 2 for 5 with a couple RBIs and a walk. Roger Maris, 2 for 5. Mickey Mantle, 2 for 5 with a walk, run scored and a RBI. Bob Serve, 2 for 4 with a run scored, also had a double and a walk. Bill Skowron, 1 for 5. Elston Howard, 3 for 5 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in, had a double. Bobby Richardson was 0 for 2, but with 2 runs scored, walked 3 times. Whitey Frod, 0 for 1. Yogi Berra was 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter, scored a run. Johnny Blanchard, solo pinch hit home run to tie the game at 5. And Hector Lopez was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. For the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and RBI. Gary Geiger 0 for 2 with a walk. A couple of sacrifice bunts. Carroll Hardy 0 for 4. Jackie Jensen 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Also had a double, 2 walks. Frank Malzone was 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Pagaroni 0 for 4. Wirtz 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a double. Also walked once. Don Budden 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Doubled, tripled, and walked. Ike Delock was 0 for 3. Yastrzemski, silver lining in today's game, Yastrzemski was 1 for 2 with a 2-run double. Put the Red Sox ahead at the time, so that was average up to 199. And Pete Reynolds was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. So player of the game. Kind of tough here to decide which one, but I think we're going to go with Elston Howard, who was 3 for 5 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Also had including a double. Yeah, Elston Howard, I think, was only Yankee batter with 3 hits. So that is it, as the Red Sox lose in a heartbreaker to the Yankees. Just didn't quite have enough at the end. And lose it by a score of 8-7. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we'll see you next Carl Yastrzemski career replay, Game 2 against the Yankees. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.